You guys awake in the oldest area of the school where one of the old courtyard hangout areas is, hence why it looks a bit more rundown and dilapidated. It's not quite as old in the map, but I was under short notice, so that's why the map looks the way that it does. That's one of the older rec areas. And you can see a figure standing on top of one of the old gazebos, barely having his face visible to you as you all wake. Unknowing of how much time has actually passed, you all wake up, and again, you realize you are you again.
So, is Akari's body here? And
Nope.
is it healed? And no, okay then. Any of my wounds heal? And am I wearing my shirt again?
Your wounds are healed. I guess you'd have your shirt on, but you wouldn't have the top half of your gi.
All right.
Taking away the fan service. Rude.
Oh.
No, you're completely naked again.
Whoa!
Oh,
Hey, we're an
damn!
adult channel.
You
Going
either
out.
get all the fan service or none of it. So you tell me which one
Yeah,
you want.
Genk is
what
fully visible in
wording I got.
4K, everybody.
Yeah.
Alexander's just, hiding his nosebleed.
No. Gen's dressed with the bottom half of his gi in like a black tank top.
How are our bodies?
Yeah.
Like,
You guys feel mostly healed up. If you had like wound points, you're like within like 2-3 away from being full.
Okay, so I had like 4. Where's that?
And I'd
one
say
at?
you only have 2.
I only have
2,
one.
okay.
1 point.
Then you still have 1.
Oh.
Then you still have 1. And then
Wait.
Gen's basically fully healed now.
All right.
Where's Akari?
Gen looks around and is actually looking for that himself, but doesn't want to give away necessarily that he's in his body yet.
What the fuck happened?
We were knocked out by something or someone.
Yeah.
I noted someone with glasses.
Do I recognize the glasses? Because I seen it.
Yeah, I'd say you'd recognize the glasses.
Annika readies her shotgun and she's like, so.
Annika's not on the map yet.
No, hang on. Let me try to see if I can get her. All right, how do I?
You go to the journal tab, click and hold on your character sheet, and drag it to the map. The token should drop for you.
There we go.
Oh, my technology is working today, guys. Cool.
Annika automatically spawns far away from the group.
You do not take me away from Ray. Cue you.
Anywho.
Yeah. So Annika will say, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Aaron will say, yeah, you guys kind of fell asleep. Then, like, something hit me in the back of my neck, and then my vision blurred, and now we're here.
Wait, you did it?
Wait, why didn't you?
Can Gen see over here at this point?
Give me 1 sec. Give it another sec. I don't know. I just kind of saw you guys fall, and I remembered something about that laptop. When to go hit the button, I heard a.
So
After
intensifies.
he looks for the laptop. After hearing that everybody else passed out, he got hit in the head. He'll look for the laptop and see if it's anywhere near him.
You do, but you notice your backpack's not on you.
So I have my laptop, just not my backpack.
No, you don't have your laptop.
The laptop's gone.
Gen puts a hand on your shoulder. It's alright, we've learned something else.
And I'd say about now, you guys can all start noticing the figure on the roof if they make themselves visible.
Damn, that's
I imagine at this point, you can all look up and see the figure is maybe there's like a chimney up on this roof, or some kind of pillar standing up. And Tommy, correct me if any of this would be wrong, but you might actually notice a slight glare coming off of the glasses, as there does seem to be something that they're holding in their arms that emits a bit of light.
Oh,
who the fuck is
yeah.
it's that guy?
What guy?
The fucking guy I saw that night. Do I have one of my guns? Do we have our weapons?
Yeah.
All right. She goes, big gun sound here, like ready.
As you start to raise the rifle, all four of you hear almost like you're being spoken to directly into your ear.
To answer your question, Genkai, Subject A is going to be absent for this little moment. Also, Alex, I must say, excellent work. Truly, you're doing an exemplary job in your studies.
As you see the figure step up and what is now you recognize as your laptop, currently being scrolled through.
I see. So you have my laptop.
Oh, I always did. You just didn't realize it.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm glad you asked, dear Genkai.
As the laptop closes and turns back, and there's almost like a slight little jolt in your heads before you notice the laptop kind of went behind his back, and it's only like a second where you blink, but then coming back, his hands are now empty.
I see. Project Mirage, as I presumed.
Indeed, and I am its harbinger.
So you're the creepy guy in the logs. Okay.
You're the scientist.
Well, I can't take full credit, just most of it. I must say, you all have been, perhaps not the best of subjects, but certainly quite exemplary, far more than I expected. You know, I must say, I really thought,
As he looks directly at Ray,
I really thought that you would realize the relevance of that dream, but it seems to have never happened, or at least happened too late.
Stop it! What kind of game are you playing with us?
The game every human must play, the game of progress.
So taking Julia was for your sick progress?
It's worked out wonderfully so far. And might I say, Ray, thank you. Truly, thank you. Really, if it were not for you returning and spending just a little bit more time searching for dear Julia before you called the authorities, we probably wouldn't have gotten away in time. That tide was a bit unreasonable.
Don't you spit her name, you fucker. As I start to approach the gazebo.
I wonder if Genkai will get there first, though. Though, truly, you only have your, I suppose father is the right word to blame. But then again, Shinji was always a bit too close to his experiments.
and you feel a sudden jolt, much sharper than the others, as your mind is suddenly brought back to that moment in session 1, where you see the red goggles of the gas mask turning down, and then we once again hear Operative Hunk speak.
This is Operative Hunk.
As now you hear another voice come through, and your vision almost splits as you just see the bottom half of a pale jaw speaking into a microphone.
This is Harbinger, report operative.
The parcel's in hand and the target's been eliminated. One mix-up, though. 2 kids.
Oh, Shinji, you really need to listen to my advice more often. Leave them with their mother. Though, to be gentle, operative, these subjects may prove useful to us.
I understand.
before you feel the crack on the back of your neck and your eyes blink open.
Gan is going to reach in the back of his, into his pockets. Does he still have the final explosive?
You do.
He's gonna reach back, pull it out, and hand it to Aaron. Hold on to this for me.
You got it, Holmes. As he basically grabs it.
So
And
you're
then-
behind.
Oh, go ahead.
So where is my sister? Harbinger.
That was a bit of a complication, though I will say I initially thought the replacements were going to be a bit rough back in 2009 when the incident occurred, but, well, it seems like you were none the wiser, so everything went swimmingly.
At this point, you guys kind of see a figure materialize. Alex, this is Bindi.
Gen's gonna pretty
She
much
starts
ignore her.
walking. Yeah, she starts walking over to Alex.
Annika points to him. Stop.
Don't.
That's
Touch
close
her.
enough. I won't.
Annika,
He just said they replaced.
move the
At-
gun
at
away,
this point-
Annika.
It's at this point, Annika, you hear in the behind of your ear someone say, "Remember when they said that we don't control our actions?"
Oh, you showed up. Wonderful.
As you see Vlad standing to the side of you.
Gen's gonna lean over to Aaron. Are they there?
Define there.
They're all there. You're all there, and yet none of you are there. It's interesting how your perception can be warped, isn't it?
Hence the name of Mirage. Correct.
Indeed, you're catching on. I must say, even though it's been a few years since 1999, I'm proud of that moment. Coincided with me becoming one of the top scientists in Neo Umbrella.
Bindi will finally make her way to you, Alex, and then she says, "Alex, I'm so sorry."
It's okay.
Sarah held on for as long as she could.
Yeah.
When the
she's-
two of you got out of Terra Grigia, it was literally less than 14 minutes after you guys got out. You both were taken.
Yeah. Figured since the log says we were abducted.
Just know that she left saving you in one of the older runs. And she made me help protect you. Till I lost control.
You can see tears slowly going down.
As you hear the voice of Harbinger.
It was indeed a wonderful sacrifice, ultimately fruitless, of course, but still touching in a moment.
Annika will shift her eyes to Ray and say, "Do one of you want the first go? Getting really sick of him."
Oh, or do you really want to turn to the one who is currently infected with my latest evolution?
Could I try to search for a loose rock around?
Yeah, roll an awareness notice real
Oh
quick.
my god. Please eat a rock at his face.
Yeah.
I
As you're
mean, that would be be a little difficult, but
as
yeah.
you're starting to search, you hear his voice continue.
I mean, after all, who knows exactly how you all could be affected? The noxious fumes are a great advancement in the administration of our new sea strain.
After hearing Bindi talk, I think Alexander would try to, remember, the less at least try to remember hard about the last trial, what she was talking about.
It's at this point, Alex, you remember the flash when you rolled your history roll before that you did too low. But pretty much when you turn around, you can see one of the other agent figures of the FBC basically like grab you and gag both you and your sister. You awake in a facility that basically smash cuts over all this time of like you guys going into storage where you're kept in stasis for about a year, and then you start seeing all these countless scenarios where you see zombies, tyrants, other things from within the series that are iconic, infected. And then you can see that there's one event where the two of you get away and Sarah starts to die, and she says, I wasn't good enough, Alex. And that was the last part you remember, as you basically hear a different device make an upload noise.
Ah, you're remembering. Wonderful, wonderful. That means the process is expediting. For all of you, I'm sure, though in various ways. Though, I will say, I'm so pleased with how this latest C strain has gone. The Veronica T and the G virus have been flawed in ways. This is our new evolution, and you have all performed wonderfully as our ground zero.
Evolution for what goal?
Did you not hear what he said? Progress.
You're catching on, dear Alex. You're catching on.
His goal isn't progress. It's death.
Death is progress. No great toil of humanity has gone by without death. I mean, just look at how far we've come. This has been built on the backs of our previous mistakes. The outbreaks, Raccoon City, Terra Grigia, Kijuju, and so many others, though those were more minor. It's truly been a fantastic experiment. Now I've been in one place, able to find one of those old buildings from the 70s and build up the bunkers. And now, well, this wonderful mirage has grown so many delicious fruits.
Are you gonna eat that rock?
Can I grab the rock, please?
Before you grab the rock, Vlad basically puts his hand on Annika's shoulder. I was so happy to see you, yet so sad.
She's struggling a bit because she's this is her first time being confronted with this. How and she like looks up at Harbinger and she's like, how long have you murdered him?
Oh, I've never done it. It was always your gun.
Okay, real talk. Again, Alex
Damn.
or Ray, do you want the first shot at him or not?
Shoot him. Shoot him. I can always break teeth afterwards.
How many times have we been through this already?
You specific group? Never. Each of you? Therese first. Gian and Gary's first. Alex, several hundreds. Annika, 3. As for your friends, they've come and gone.
It's been a revolving
know.
door as necessary.
Annika's like trying to. Can I see if I can access any prior memory using my skill thing
eidetic memory.
Yeah, that one.
You have eidetic memory, but you can't remember the many sessions that you've been through.
No,
And-
like
And as Anaga starts to remember, he goes, "Oh, you want to access some? Oh, sure. I suppose I can be kind for once." And he's just going to basically suddenly there's like a snap, and every single memory instantly floods into you.
So, Annika, you remember your starting ceremony, getting into House Beacon. You remember finishing like your first year, and then like things going wrong, and then like there being a small outbreak. Then not remembering when that ended, but the process starting over. And then you remember in the second time that you and Vlad were basically trying to escape, and then you couldn't really see too well, and then it looked like someone was about to attack you, and you remember Vlad basically being right behind you when you pulled the trigger. As you see blood kind of pour out of his chest and him slump over, and then you snap back to the memory here.
she drops the rifle. And she's like
For like since
she's like shaking, like she can't even talk. How
It's okay, Annika. You didn't know.
No, it's not.
You've mourned me already. It's time to move on.
I don't remember. I mean, the morning part.
There was always a brief bit between the resets. That was when. Just keep the good memory. As you start to see Vlad dissolve away for the final time.
Oh, and even though he is not present, I must thank Daniel and his family for all the work they have done creating our wonderful new nemesis and tyrants. They've truly been exemplary subjects, especially as of late. The advancements have been wonderful.
Do we also see Vlad disappear in front of us?
Yeah, you all do.
Alexander walks closer to Bendy, hugs her, and says, "Fewer, the better of us. Though you did not make it, I believe that you'll always live on. Through me, and I have to let you go."
She'll turn your head up and look directly into your eyes. Alex, you don't have to be a failure. Just try. And then she disappears.
Just as you hear,
If she were the better, she'd be alive.
Yeah, if I was better, we would have been alive. But that does not mean that I cannot become better from the mistakes that has happened. I believe you should know this more than I, Harbinger. After all, experiments lead to failures and successes, and they become better and better.
Indeed they do, and I must congratulate you all in getting this far. It's been the furthest you've ever gotten in any iteration, giving us so much useful data. But I think it's time we begin wrapping this up. Julia, dear.
One second.
Moment he says Julia, I'm bracing as much as I can to try and resist whatever is coming. Because I know something.
You guys just kind of see the wind basically cascade with like extreme force as it basically almost throws you away, and as it gusts, you can kind of see Julia materialize out of thin air. She's now about Ray's age, and her hair is like down from her shoulders all the way down her back to like mid-hip height. And she goes, You left me, Ray. You left me.
No.
As he goes, Julia here has been a wonderful course subject. She's been amazing at being the person behind all the strings for all of you. Thank you truly again, Ray. Without that little slip up from you, we wouldn't have gotten our puppet master. And our greatest pawn.
It's not your fault.
All this for your sick grand plans?
Oh no, this is just a step. Just as all of you are steps.
I'd say about now you've gotten that rock, Ray.
Annika picks up the gun.
I'll take that rock and prepare to throw it at that bastard's face.
Alright, let's roll initiative. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and go in turn order, and because Ray's a fucking monster, literally, he gets to go first. Alright, roll. I guess in athletics.
Yeah, that is throwing. So.
Squares to meters.
Each square will be 2 meters.
It's 5 feet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Alright, well, with rock in hand, Ray throws it at Warren. Uh, 34?
Roll me an evade, Dom.
Okay. Let's see. That is
Uh,
dodge and escape.
ranged attacks
Yeah.
aren't dodged. They are a set DC.
Yes, but it's not an actual ranged weapon. It's an improvised. Is the only reason I'm ruling it that way.
All right.
So dodge and escape
Yep.
off a reflex. Okay.
What?
Yeah, bad roll.
All right. You
That
take
is
1.
8 by 10, so that would be an additional.
Yeah. Take 2d6 damage and then roll location.
Here, I'll roll location damage for you real quick.
Okay. So it's reduced by armor, then reduced by body.
Head. That is 22 damage directly to your head.
Okay, so reduced by head armor, if any, then reduced by body, if any, right?
Yes, but body is not a 1-to-1 reduction. It is.
It's a number thing. I think I have that in here somewhere. Okay. Do you want me to go for it, Tommy?
Yep.
Okay, so the rock is thrown, and you actually see Warren doesn't move. He just stands there, actually steps a little bit forward, and just before we see the rock going in slow motion, just before it hits his face, there's a almost like this shimmer suddenly of like tiny blue squares that just erupt around his body as he takes 0 damage. Beep. So you do see just there's a little bit of a shimmer coming from this somewhat translucent, seemingly shield that's invisible otherwise around him.
Again, you're up.
Oh, second action?
Okay. Yeah, what's your other action?
Okay, so for out-of-character stuff, the people who are not PCs, are they actually in the fight, or
They are.
just not on the turn order?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll go ahead and fix that real quick.
Dude.
Okay. Give me 1 sec.
Oh my god, why did I pick you to love? Jesus Christ. Ah. No, I do like I'm dying with the ship, but the stress.
All right. So Ray, you say that, and Julia will react in a second. Yen, your turn.
I'm going to.
Howdy.
What would it be to climb up here? It just like be double movement or something for 2 squares?
I would say move and then an athletics roll.
Alright, then athletics. Would 29 be enough?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna get up here. Is that
But
considered
it'd be
2
minus,
actions or
it'd be
just
minus
1?
3 in that case because it'd be 26, unless it's not only 1 action.
Yeah, that's actually I should have asked. Was it considered 2 actions or just 1?
That was considered 2 actions. So
Okay,
it's
so
really
26, but still.
26. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do a called shot to your head.
That's 2 actions though, so I don't think you can.
You can take
So
multiple
you can-
actions.
you
You just
can
get a
do-
cumulative -3.
It's just another minus 3.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So that would be -6.
6, yeah, minus 6.
6 plus the
And then
additional
minus-
-3.
Then
from a
minus
headshot.
4 because you're going for the head. Yeah.
Okay,
head's
so,
minus
so
4.
minus 10 off whatever you're rolling. And this is
Yeah.
against dodge and escape, right?
Ooh, that's
Fumble.
Ooh.
It's okay. It's not technically a fumble yet unless I roll less than 40. I did not, which means you do still have to roll dodge.
Okay, so I roll dodge and escape. 20.
Yeah,
He beats
that's
it.
a miss, so.
You rush forward, lunge up, and just as you're shooting yourself forward, Warren, almost like he's seen you do this exact move before and knows exactly how to counter it, just does an effortless sidestep and completely dodges it. You need to get more original, Genkai.
I have to get original with your ass. Fucking break that face of yours.
We've done this dance many times. I'm sure you'll try.
And that's
Okay.
that's the end of my turn.
Alex, you're up.
With all the information he has gathered, Alexander would try to see through the mirage, because obviously there's something happening.
Roll me an interface, cuz.
Do you want me to roll opposed?
Yeah, you can roll opposed.
Okay.
Does he at least have like some kind of
No
disadvantage?
bonus. No bonus this time, Dom. Just
Okay,
the
gotcha.
flat roll.
What about me? Do I get bonuses? Since I've been already through this many times.
I'm gonna say you can have a +2.
I'm curious what you'll roll first. Okay.
I don't like this.
37.
I knew it.
Oof.
God
Oof.
damn. Plus 14 with a 14 frickin' intelligence. Damn.
I might
never
have
got that.
specialized a bit.
We did design this to be a pretty challenging boss fight for CP standards.
Yep. Tommy was like, yeah, go up to 14 and a few things. And I was like, okay, hacking.
God
In
damn
my
it.
defense, he is an endgame boss, though. Alright, so Ivo's gonna go up this way.
Oh, wait, do you want to take any extra actions, Kevin?
Like, does anything happen to me when since I failed?
No, you just feel like you can't really detect it, but you know you're thinking in the right mindset right now.
Okay, since he's
And you'll hear in your ear,
Come now, you don't want your ship to get a bit haywire, do you?
it's better than nothing. Maybe something new will happen. Who knows? And then he'll take his time to see if there's any other options. He'll pass this since this is the end of his turn. He's just starting to think of things like how he can break apart the mirage.
Alright, so Ivo's gonna go, and then he's gonna use his movement allowance to start flanking up this way with the tree, and then he's gonna roll awareness notice. Hmm. 24. All right. Dom, roll me an evade.
Evade, okay. Like dodge and escape, or
You can use that if you don't have evade.
we don't see evade, so we're just gonna use that. 18.
Can you give me another clone location?
Let's say that it is gonna be right. Why not? Right here.
Okay. I will yell, Essay, behind you. Just to the group in general. Well, he's saying that to the group about over here. Vivian's going to defensively guard here, then Aaron's gonna move this way. And then Annika, you're up.
Oh, am I going before Julia? I thought you said Julia was doing something. Okay.
Yeah, Julia's on 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't she-
Yeah,
'cause
Julia.
Julia,
should
then
go.
me,
Yeah,
then
Julia, then me. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Julia's gonna hear you, Ray, and then she's going to walk up to you 5 paces slowly, and you can kind of see her basically, like, all of the grass and stuff starting to light on fire as she walks towards you. Her hair basically drifting, and she pulls her hand up and she was like, "Why did you leave me, Ray?" As she's going to roll her attack.
I'm gonna shoot this. I'm sorry.
Don't
in a
forget,
sec.
you've got your martial arts wits work. So,
Yep. So you're able to move yourself over 1 pace, and you pretty much see the bricks and stuff fly out that direction. You're not answering Ray, and then she's going to basically do another attack. All right. You gonna roll again, Ray?
yes, actually, it's different
yeah.
than your attack. Like it's different than on your turn. But yes, you do take a -3 for every defense.
25. All right, you move here, and you pretty much see like lightning fly out that way. Yeah, lightning flies past you right here. You said you'd swim back, and then it'll go to Warren's turn.
All right, so I look directly at Genkai and I just smile.
As much as I do love our dance, I have another one to attend to first.
I'm going to roll teleportation. 26. I feel like that'd be enough to get over here, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as there is this flash as the energy field shimmers again, and then just in a blink, Warren is gone in front of you, Genkai, and he appears. Everyone can see him appearing over the thing where the group first appeared here, and he is actually going to reach inside his white lab coat, and he pulls out what you can see coming from nowhere, what looks to be actually a sword, a blade of some kind, that comes from somewhere that it shouldn't actually be able to hold that much mass. And as this blade comes out, you can see that the actual blade itself isn't like a thing of steel. It almost looks like it's crackling with like amorphous lightning that just seems to arc around itself as he is going to slash down, and then a burst of energy erupts, targeting directly at Alex.
I'll evade such. Since
This
we
is,
got
would this be counted as
I
a ranged or a
did-
melee? Tommy, I'm curious.
You can count it as a melee. It just
Okay.
has further reach than most.
Yep. So then I shall roll. That is a -3. 24.
All right.
So good judo does.
Also, actually, real quick
dodge.
before I continue with that, what does luck do, everybody? Because I did not get to read that.
You
part.
can
luck,
spend
you
luck.
can just add it onto any roll.
So
it
just +1, or is it more than a +1 bonus?
It's +1 per.
+1
So
per.
you
Okay.
can spend. Say you've got all 10 luck. You can spend 10 points of luck in one roll, or 1 point of luck in 10
Right.
rolls, or
And when can
however
you
you
spend
want.
luck? Is it before results revealed
After.
or after results revealed? Got
or
it.
no, I'm sorry. No,
it's before.
Before.
Before
Yeah.
results.
You,
okay.
you choose luck before you roll.
Or before opposition rolls, etc.
No, it has to be before you.
Before you roll. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So judo does dodge, right?
Yes, and it gives you a +1 to dodge it.
Since we got the heads up from who was it, Ivo? Do I get another plus, or is that all?
I will let you have one.
So that'll be 2 in total.
No.
I rolled a 24.
Ooh, does attacker win or defender win?
Both of you roll a
believe it's-
d10. Who does higher? That's it.
No, I think it's status quo. So the status quo would be kept.
So would that mean that
Since
Dom
you're
wins
attacking,
because
and
went
that
first?
would be the change that's happening. The status quo is that nothing happened.
So defender
Okay,
wins.
so
Yes, but it would be like if somebody's trying to push, then no, I guess that would still be defender.
So it basically just defender wins
Yeah.
in all cases.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then third action, I will just move to be up here, but behind cover, effectively.
All right. So Alex, when you see that, basically like a ethereal weave that looks yellow almost comes out the sword and just barely misses you as you roll out the way.
As it happens, he'll tell himself it's not there. He just rolls away.
All right, Annika, you're up.
It's not my fault. She goes to shoot Julia.
Are you even that close?
Roll.
I mean, the rifle has a long range.
How long is that?
Yeah,
Because
if she's shooting with her AK, that's definitely within range.
That's 30 meters, it would be, so yeah.
Yeah, so she dropped the rifle.
Not even that.
And
It's,
shot and
3 to
took out
1.
the other.
Oh,
other one.
well then, yeah, that'd be
So that-
20 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the AK, it's definitely you can shoot at her.
Go for a headshot. You're definitely within close range.
Well, yeah, 23.
That hits roll location.
So how do I do that?
Again, just roll location for Annika.
Nice.
new girlfriend beats the old girlfriend. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry she attacked you.
Yeah. I don't know how much your gun does, though, so...
Yeah, that's just the face. So roll 3d6, Annika, then it's doubled.
Yeah.
Okay. Get this going. 3 of those.
So
So
28 damage
14.
directly to the head.
28.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, give me 1 second. I gotta check Julia's sheet. Doo-doo.
Oh,
All right. So, pretty much, Annika, you let the shot go, and then you pretty much just see it skim straight across Julia's cheek, and then you realize that it didn't really like skim; it went through her cheek. Then you kind of just see your face start to regenerate. Though you get the feeling that that won't repeat often. Like you pretty much took out a third of the head armor.
Do I get the feeling I've done this before? After I do
This
it?
specifically, no.
Remember,
Okay,
we were
no.
told this is the first time we've made it this far.
He attacked you! Jesus Christ. Alright.
You want to take a second action?
She will turn around and try to go for Harbinger.
All right, so Harbinger is behind partial cover, so you're going to take a -9 in total, because I believe half cover 6.
I don't think
Okay, so
cover actually gives you a detriment to being hit.
No, cover
it's
is
bonus to
basically damage
armor.
abortion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it'll
So-
absorb a portion of the damage. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
just
just-
roll your rifle -3.
Unless you want to aim for the head or some
Then
other
that would
body
be a
part.
-7.
Yep,
Yeah,
-7.
-7 for the head, -6 for any other body part.
But
Okay,
you
I'm
are
just gonna
definite
roll
within
and then
short
just
range,
-6.
which is a DC 15.
No, not -6. I would be -7 or -3.
Right. I'm gonna roll and
Well,
then
I'm
get a
saying
-6.
any other body part called other than the head would be a -6. The head would be a
Oh, okay,
-7.
gotcha.
If you don't care, then it's a -3.
Yeah, she'll go for the chest shot, I guess.
All right,
I mean, if-
-6.
6 is
So that would be
17.
17.
17, that would be just enough. Roll damage. Well, yeah, that'd be 2 more than just enough.
Damn.
14. All right, deduct your stopping power if you have any in your chest.
I think it's cover first, then stopping power, right?
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
8
cover-
damage, and remember, stopping power is only reduced by 1 regardless of how hard you're hit.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yep.
So head armor.
Your head would
any-
be -1 to your armor.
Okay, so it's all -1. Gotcha. Okay,
Yes.
so
It doesn't matter if you hit for 200
Yeah,
or
'cause
2
she
damage.
She
it's
went
always
for the
-1.
chest.
yes, so you go for the chest. Just to warn dodges a little bit to the side. You kind of skim across right where you would skim right where the right ribs would be, as the rest hits into the roof. But again, that shield appears. No damage.
Mhm, which it's basically worthless to aim for anywhere other than his head.
It's okay. She's not really like she'll get there next round. She's still in reaction mode, guys.
No, I'm
Alright.
just saying for
New
all of us,
round.
it's basically useless to go for anything else. The amount of armor this boy has.
All
Why
right,
did turn order get
new
cleared?
round. Well, because we finished initiative, unless if Annika's doing any other.
No, I don't
Yeah.
I
think.
thought that was only on one-on-ones. All right.
Nope,
I must be
every combat
misremembering.
you reroll.
Oof. Why do we do this to ourselves?
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I before the dot. Sucker.
Oh, I need to add my bonus. Okay.
Okay, where the fuck am I? Okay, there I am, and then I add. Listen, character sheet. I need.
It's not on your character sheet.
No, but my reflex would be, which would be the bonus I add to initiative, correct? I think that's a 7.
Your reflex is an 8.
On my
Either that or it's a 10. Depending, you're either an 8 or a 10.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. Give me a sec. Right. I think it's a 10.
Yeah, no, I think it's 10. Well,
18. Okay, I think it popped me in here. I think that's my icon.
Right, I think we've got everyone. I'm gonna put it in descending order. Alright, so Ray,
Ray.
you're up. That combat turns, man. It's OP. Well, that combat sense.
mm-hmm.
You now see blood on her face from where the bullet passed through.
You can't turn it on.
Step up and brush it away. You can't take the dodge action. That gives you an additional +2 to dodge.
So, I know normally this wouldn't happen, but for the sake of thematics, I'm gonna say Julia does get to move one square closer to you. And then she basically goes up to you. You now see the wound healing up almost as though nothing was there but the blood left on her face. And she goes, "Why did you give up, Ray?" Ray? You said you would swim back. Are you still gonna swim back? When you say yes, she shuts her eyes real quick. And then you kind of just see like all of the different cobblestones and like grass and everything basically almost start to incinerate as though she's dealing with a lot of emotions that are just erupting outward. And then
Now might be a good time to hug her.
she recipiates the hug, and then she's also crying. And then she says, "It's okay, Ray. You came back. and then she's going to turn and look at Harbinger, and then she kind of dematerializes out of your arm, and then appears right next to Harbinger. The illusion temporarily ending, and then you kind of just see her hands basically manifest like giant claws as she pierces Harbinger straight through the neck.
Anyone looking can see genuine shock in his eyes as he just bit of blood coughs up, splattering on his perfect white lab coat.
Again, staring right at you, just gonna... Not loud enough that you probably hear unless you can hear him wherever he says it. You make us into monsters. Reap your reward, asshole.
I think you know what happens after this.
There is a pullback as Julia brings out the claws, and Harbinger just takes a few steps before the body tumbles down, splattering on the ground below. The sword just stumbles a little bit out, the lightning blade just dissipating, and he just lays there, dead.
Permission to have a moment after he dies.
Is
Annika's-
that moment to walk up, bang!
Yeah, basically.
All right, I need to ask Dom one serial question, and then that'll dictate what happens next. We'll continue the scene where Harbinger's now lying dead on the ground in front of all of you, and then Julia's standing on top of the roof with the blood over her elongated claws.
Okay. Kevin, you want to go first?
After Harbinger falls to his death, presumably, Alexander will walk up to the body. He'll like get on his knees and straddle the body. Like, is this really the progress that you wanted?
You just see wide eyes staring up at nothing in response.
It's funny though. You created who we were in your sick, twisted way. For that, I thank you. And then he just like walks away.
Annika walks up and shoots him, even though he's already dead.
Does his barrier pop back up?
No. Just
No.
Nope.
there's a sudden burst of blood around his chest.
And she flips it around and starts beating him with the other end until, I
Get-
don't know, maybe someone stops her.
Yeah, again, after you have like pounded him twice, finally makes it up, you grabs the gun. Enough. We have bigger issues.
You still have your sister. Maybe.
And we've still got people to exact vengeance on.
She'll glance up at the roof and be like,
Not her.
sorry. She just says sorry to Julia.
Julia just kind of looks at you and looks back at Ray, and then she kind of rematerializes back next to Ray, hugging him.
Gen is going to quick check the scientist's body. Harbinger's body.
You see surprisingly little. It's literally just basically the clothes on his back, and now that the hilt of the blade, there's literally nothing else on him. and his glasses.
Again, snaps the glasses and drops them on him, and then gonna come over here. Listen, he's a little bit of a hypocrite. And he didn't get to punch you or shoot at you.
You did. You failed though, but you did.
No, yeah, I got to make the attempt, but you literally chickened out the second I did.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go after what I
Where's-
presume to be more the weak targets.
where is
Yes.
because Sakura and Akari aren't here, right?
Nope.
Where the
Neither
fuck
is
did-
Martin. She'll just look at you. Ray, I'm just happy to have you back. She'll step back, and then you start seeing like images appear in front of you showing like different buildings and stuff. And then as you start to get better details from these images, you can pretty much see that it's giving you a closer outline of like where maybe your friends are, and then it's showing like different buildings from the school. Then you pretty much see them being treated at the infirmary, like not inside but close by one of the neighboring buildings. And then when it cuts back, she steps back, still holding both your hands. And I think that we'll go ahead and get to the end of the session.
As you see a hand grab Julia behind from her throat.
I wanted to do
There was
one
someone
interaction
behind
with
us.
Julia.
Oh my god.
No,
There was
behind
another
Julia.
person behind us. Shit. No.
Behind Julia, as you see blood running down his white lab coat, Harbinger, his chest burst open, his throat slit, is standing, glaring at Julia as he's lifting her with one hand.
I have had quite enough errors for one day.
And he clenches his hand, and Julia's neck is crushed, and the blood splatters across Ray's face.
And you see all the life leave Julia's eyes.
And you want to punch him again?
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to end the session.
God
I-
damn it.